Everybody, thanks for attending this session. How's the conference so far? Good? Had a good time? Ready for Universal tonight? Oh yeah, right? Sure. So welcome to the exam prep session on designing an Azure Data solution. This session relates to Microsoft exam DP-201. My name is Armando Lacerda. I am a Microsoft certified trainer. That's the MCT acronym over there, and which means I teach Microsoft official classes. I am certified to teach classes on the subjects I am certified on, and of course this is one of the subjects. I've been teaching Microsoft classes for over 25, almost 25 years, I'd rather say. And I have tons of certifications. I have over 100 certifications in multiple areas. But I am a developer at heart and a database guy by choice. I love work with databases. I start work with databases, SQL Server. In the mainframe environment, it's called SQL DS. I work a little bit with Oracle, and then got seduced by the dark side of the force, got into SQL Server 7.0, and I've been working with SQL Server since then and been very, very happy there. And I'm also a Microsoft MVP. MVP is not actually a certification, it's an award that Microsoft gives to people who likes to share what they know with the community for free. So I highly recommend you take a look on that program. It's full of benefits for the people who get awarded, and also you give back to the community that helps you, has helped you somehow. So great two things about myself that I'm kind of proud of. And I'm a senior BI. I work with data projects around the country. I'm originally from Brazil. I live down in California now, and I've been working with Inc. 500 data projects with local consulting companies over there, and actually some other companies around the country. So this class here is about getting ready to get certified. So let's put perspective on our expectations, right? After this class, don't rush to the exam booth to schedule your exam for two reasons. One, they don't have open slots for this kind of exam anymore. There's a long-running exam. It may take about 2 to 2 hours and a half to finish the exam, depending on your pace, of course. So they don't have that longer time slots available for this event. And second, this particular session is about to give you tips about how to get ready, right? It's not to get you ready, but how you can get ready for the exam. Because as a trainer, I do a lot of training for companies, private training, and people come to me, sometimes they say, you know, Armando, I have taken some exam before, whatever subject it was, and I failed, but I don't understand why I have failed this thing, because I work with this tool day in and day out. I work with this technology day in and day out. So one of the things you must get out of this class, one of the takeaways is, the exam is not about what you do in everyday job, but it's all about the tasks or the technologies the exam wants to make sure you know how they work and how to handle them. So you see, the benefit of getting ready for an exam is that it usually broadens your spectrum on what can be done, what is possible on a platform. I think you agree with me that when you start focusing on a project, or when you have a career in a company as a database administrator, in our case here, it kind of narrows a little bit because you are focused on your business, activities, your business issues, your business development. So it may narrow your vision a little bit. The benefit of the exam is exactly that, is to widen, make it broader, your knowledge broader on the actual platform. So there are, key takeaways from this one is to help you prepare for the exam, for this particular exam, DP-201. Go with you through the exam topics so you understand what they are all about and what kind of questions you should see in there. And also give you links, resources for study material. Of course, I'm not going to handle you any links, right? You can go online and download this presentation. The last slides, they do have some helpful links in there. But one of the best things you can do in that particular case is actually going to the exam page. If I can have my screen there. Okay, gotcha. So if I go this, there we go. It's right there. So if you go Microsoft exam DP-201, if you go there to the exam page, you will see here that a lot of things I'm going to share with you. You're going to find it if you're downloading here. But down here, see there are two ways to prepare for this particular exam. One, some free resources over here, and the other one is instructor-led training. So you can kind of go through some of the topics that will be covered in the exam for free. So they have workshops and things like that. The list can go larger. And if there are books, if books came out later down the road, you're probably going to find them in here too. So one of the best ways to get started on getting ready for an exam is visiting the actual exam page. I do have time, I hope, at the end of this session for questions. But I do have 30 slides to go through in 45 minutes, so let's keep moving, right? All right, so what about the certification as a whole? What does it encompasses? So there we are. We have the data and AR certifications, and when you see this dotted line on Microsoft certification, it means it's, you don't have an actual track, it's just optional. So let me pause here just a little bit and get you up to speed. Show of hands, who has taken Microsoft exams before? Like SQL Server exam, right? Great, thanks, half of you, that's great. So here's the thing. In the past, Microsoft certifications were focused on a particular Microsoft product, SQL Server certification, Windows certification, Exchange certification, SharePoint certification, some of the certifications that I have. But now, since Ignite last year, Microsoft rolled out a new approach to certifications that's not focused on a particular technology, but a job role. And this particular job role you're talking about here is about the data engineer. And data engineering, it's something that's very focused on the cloud platform. Of course, Microsoft is all about the cloud, as we know here at Ignite. We can feel it here in the air. And it's all about, as a data engineer, not as a DBA, not as, a guy that specializes on SQL Server only, but as a data engineer, what does it take to get data from source to dashboard, from source to, through transformations, through storage, to remodeling of the data, all the way to reporting and dashboards. So it's not just one technology. So all these role-based certifications from Microsoft, they all will work with more than one technology. So if you're like me, you're proud to be a certified SQL Server DBA, that is great. But this certification is not about that. All this track here is not about that. It's about, can you handle the data, not just in SQL Server, but can you spot where it would be better handled, when it should be Cosmos DB, when it should be Databricks, when data transformation should be orchestrated with Azure Data Factory and things like that. So because all of these certifications are fully Azure focused, right? It's cloud-based. It's a very good idea. It's not mandatory. See, it's recommended, dotted line is over there. It's a very good idea to prepare yourself and try to take the Azure Fundamentals, which is AZ900. You really don't have to take it. If you take just the data platform ones, you will be okay, you'll be certified, right? It's not mandatory to have that one. But that one will give you a very good foundation on Azure, how it works. So I'm a data platform guy. I work only with the data. Everything else around the data, kind of brings data to me and I deal with the data there. I'm almost a data scientist when I say it that way, right? But the point is, you gotta be knowledgeable in the cloud too. And AZ900 is not that in depth inside the cloud, but it's the fundamentals of the cloud. So it's very recommended, right? And then you get our particular one over there, which is the data scientist, data engineer, right? This guy here. Where's the mouse? Here's the mouse. The data engineer one. This is the one we are focusing here in this session. And we also have the data scientist and the AI engineer. The difference in between these three certifications in here is for data engineer, you do have to pass 2 exams. DP-200 and DP-201, which is going to show in the next slide. The other two ones for the data scientist, DP-100, and for AI engineer, AI-100, is just one exam. But they are very, very focused on the field where they work with. So like the data scientist one is all about, machine learning libraries and, how to parameterize, how this should process model and things like that. So it's very, very focused on that kind of activity, all right? In our particular case here, what we have is this description about our certification. Now, when you look at the certification like that, I have to deal with a lot of service at the same time, meaning I have to work with Azure and everything that's there in Azure. Well, Azure is kind of big, it's over 200 services. So which services should I focus on when I'm studying for this exam? And all the tips I'm going to share here with you, I'm already sharing with you, is kind of a template you can apply for any other exam. So when you go to the exam page, like I browsed just a minute ago, you're going to find this text there. On the second paragraph, you're going to have a very good clue for you. Look at that, I'm going to highlight that for you. You see? Implement data solutions that use the following Azure services, which means that the questions on this exam we will go around, focus on, and will be involving these particular services out of the over 200 services that are out there in Azure. So that helps you a lot. It narrows down where you should look studying on, right? Focus on. Does that make sense? Right? And namely, they are the Cosmos DB, Azure SQL Database, Azure SQL Data Warehouse, Azure Data Lake Storage, Data Factory, Stream Analytics, Databricks, and Blob Storage. Easy, just a few, right? So I just have to spend like the next 4 months going through this thing. No. Remember, it's not about technology. You're not going to get a certification on, I know how blob storage works in depth. That's not the idea. I know how Databricks work in depth. That's not the idea. I'm kind of doing a little fast pacing here. Like I said, I have a lot of content I'm trying to get to you in this 45 minutes. But keep in mind that you're not going to be a specialist on any of them, but you will be able, you'll be tested on your ability to make them working together, how they stitch up together, right? So there may be a question there about, how to do a Scala code on a particular case, but it's not in depth on Scala language. Does it make sense? All right, so far so good? All right, still there, right? Okay, moving on. This is, again, the certification path. That's particular for the data engineer, like I mentioned before. You can see here at the end, right, that particular box on data engineer associate. There we are. And you have to take 2 exams, like I mentioned, 200 and 201. If you compare the 3 main topics on these 3 exams, you will see that they're the same, right? They're almost the same. They're the same thing written in some different words, or the words in different order. So what's the difference in between these 2 exams? The main difference is the first one, the top one, the 200, which is not the scope for this particular session, is the actual tool. So you're going to have questions in there where you have to build up commands and things like that, because you are supposed to show that you can make it work, right? The second one is not about making it work, but design solutions that will work. So it's not much into implementation, but into the designing of solutions that will work, will follow industry standards. Does that make sense? All right? So it's a very fun exam. I had a lot of fun doing this one here because it makes you think about stuff. It's really cool. Some basic information about exams. And by the way, I just said, right, it's a very fun exam. People are like, you're kidding. I hate exams. I don't like to take exams. I go to exams and I fail. I'm really mad about that. I used to be like that until I started working with some great people that show me that is actually a good thing. When you take an exam and you fail, you see you're lacking some stuff. So you have an opportunity to learn new things. So, just here at Ignite, I took 3 exams already. And people look at me and say, you're crazy, man, 3 exams? You're not going to any sessions? Yes, I'm going to sessions. I'm in one right now. But that's the fun of it, especially because it's free, right? So free is good. So you can have, don't forget, you can have another exam after the event tomorrow. The website will be open for you to register for another exam for free for up to 6 months. So in any Microsoft exam, you're going to have around 40 to 60 questions. Questions, they are graded. They are grading points, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, but you don't see that when you do the question, so don't worry about the points on the question. That's something they do behind the scenes. There are multiple types of questions, so I added this link here for you. See how exam questions look like. It's kind of an old collection of videos. They're about 4 years old, but most of the questions, they still look the same. So if you want to watch these videos later to kind of prepare yourself on what you're going to see, if you have never taken a Microsoft exam before, this was recorded by Microsoft themselves. So it's not like hacking stuff or brain dump or anything like that, right? It's really good stuff. And to pass an exam, you have to score minimum 700 points. So what does that mean? Well, it's too hard for me to explain in 2 seconds, but if you want to take a look on, or if you want to understand what does that mean, how that works, there is also a link in there that points to a video recorded by Liberty Musson. She's the one that organizes all these things. She manages all these exam criteria. And the big point here is it's really easy to tell you, regardless of the amount of questions you have on your exam, you have to score 700 points. So they do a math in terms of how hard the question is or how easy the question is, how many questions you have, and they do this big, black witchcraft there to get to the point. And then when you get to the point, you know if you have passed or not. That's really easy to convey, right? You have 3 main areas like we have seen. You're going to show them again. So you have also going to have a report to show how we scored on each one of the 3 areas. All right, so you know where you have to focus your study. In case you don't pass, I hope you do pass on the first one. Another thing to keep in mind is some of these questions, when you go to the exam, you cannot go back. Usually you can browse the exam questions back and forth, but there are sections in the exam, and there are some sections you cannot go back. So like there are kind of questions when you have the same context for the question, and then a proposed solution, and you have to see if that solution works or not, right? Or some other kind of variance of that. So they keep giving you the same context for the question, but different solutions. So when you pick one of those choices, you cannot go back to the previous one, like, oh, I have a second thought, I have to go back and fix. Some of this particular kind of questions, you cannot go back, so there is a warning on the screen, you're gonna see that, so make sure you are ready for that, right? You click and move forward. The other sections of the exams, you can go back and forth, and the case studies that show up in there on the screen right now, the last bar there, the last box, is one of those. You know, you're gonna have like 5, 4, 6, depending on the case exam. You can have a couple of questions in there, you know, around 6, 7, and when you close that case study, you cannot go back to that case study. You have warnings in there. You're gonna be gonna have a message, so make sure you understand how to navigate. A lot of people get mad about navigating the questions because, you know, I thought I could go back, and then they get out of really mad from the exam place because they were not prepared for that. So I hope that helps you out. Here's a simple question that I made up. This is not a real question. You're never going to see this in a real exam, right? I made it just for this. And take a look. Take a look just quick, please. Got it? Show of hands. Letter A. Who goes for letter A? Wow, nobody. Letter B. Letter C. Oh, okay, some. Letter D. A few. All right, a little less. So you see, you're gonna see this kind of format. It's not only this kind of format, but there are some questions that they go around this formatting here. And what you see, like I mentioned before, is you see a context, that lays down the context for the question. So this is the company, amount of VMs, and you have a challenging here, and then what you are supposed to be doing, right? You need to design new modernized service environment. And make sure you get some of the keywords in here, like modernized is like you're looking into platform as a service solutions. So everything you need to do to untie anything here in the question in the exam, when you do the exam, it should be written. It's actually there at the top one, right, at the context of the question. So the right answer for this one here, according to the author, is letter C, right? And in this case here, it's letter C because I say so. No, I'm just kidding. But also because of some criteria that are in there. You need to modernize your service environment, so and also you should minimize costs. That last statement there, minimize costs, I did the math. Letter C is the one that would implement the solution for lower cost, right? So yeah, keep in mind you understand your criteria. If you disagree with my answer, we can discuss that after the session, right? Let's just move on for the moment. But that would be the right answer, okay? Don't worry about like tricky questions. Some people come to me like, I don't like to take exams because there are some trick questions in there. Uppercase, lowercase stuff, unless if the environment is like that, like if I'm doing C#, they will never do that to you, like put a lowercase place there somewhere just to trick you out. That shouldn't happen. But the questions are pretty fair. I really like the new style they are applying to these questions. All right, so those are general tips, and you're gonna use these tips for any kind of exam you're gonna take from Microsoft, right, until they change something in the program. Now let's get a little specific to DP-201. When you go online on the web page, like I just mentioned, just showed to you there on the screen, you're gonna see you have these three major areas. So it's about data storage, it's about processing, and it's about security. So if you go like, I don't do security much, or I don't do data transformation much, I really don't want to focus on this one, you will fail your exam because the exam is pretty much well distributed, right? So even though you don't do this in your everyday job, you have to study these things in order to get ready for the exam. So my technique when I'm preparing myself for the exam is going online, like I showed you before. Like if you go, I think the web page should be here still. Yeah, there we go. So if you go online in here and you click down here, see, download the exam skills outline. If you click on this one here, you're gonna get a PDF out of the website. And what the PDF will show is the breakdown of these three topics, all right, of these three topics you have just mentioned. Here they are again, the breakdown. So it looks like this. For the first topic, design Azure Data Storage Solutions, there are three main areas. Recommend Azure Data Solutions based on requirements, and specifics about when to use non-relational cloud and data storage, and also the relational cloud on data storage. So what's the main topic in here? Storage. What are the storage services that are mentioned on the exam scope? Those five over there. Cosmos DB, Azure SQL Database, Azure SQL Data Warehouse, Azure Data Lake Service, and regular storage accounts. So make sure you are not confused about how the data lake is laid out today in Azure, right? In the past, on version 1, Azure Data Lake was a service in itself. So that's version 1. That's not what this exam is focusing on. What this exam is focusing on is Azure storage accounts that can be configured to be data lakes, right? When you enable the data lake feature and you can create file systems, right? A hierarchical namespaces, hierarchical file systems in the storage account. Make sure you go through these things and you investigate them and you read the documentation to understand the limitations, where it can go and what you can do, right? Especially when you go into the security of these guys. But you see, you're gonna focus on these three main guys. Armando, I don't work with Cosmos DB. Congratulations, you're gonna have some hands-on on Cosmos DB just to prepare for this exam. You see, there is this thing, it's not an exam exactly, but there is this thing, this approach for data in the cloud that's called the polyglot database. So in the past, you choose an engine and going to use that engine by itself, right? Going to use SQL Server and that's all. Or going to use non-SQL solutions and that's all. But nowadays, we design solutions, they are polyglot, meaning they're going to use the right database engine for the case on a particular data movement scenario. Does that make sense? Right? Like, you're an insurance company and you have to deal with a case, a claim. So there are some pictures being taken. So you may use Cosmos DB to collect the data because it's just collecting the data. Then there is no much transaction going on in there, transactional processing. But once the data is collected, you may want to get data into a relational database so you have a consistency on the processing of the data, the claim, the breakdown, the financial of all of those. And you may want to store the pictures of that particular claim, if it was a car crash, for instance, on a data storage, right? And if you need high performance, you may do a data lake, but more likely you're going to use a data storage because a regular storage account version 2, because that is less expensive. And the throughput in there more likely will support your demands. So all of these parameters should be given to you on exam questions so you can choose the right technology for a particular case. So far, so good, right? And there's three topics in there, and then you go into each one of them. So again, my technique when I'm preparing for these exams is I go into this, the lines that are not in bold, like the second one in there shows the partition distribution type, and I do a self-check. So do I know what that means? Do I know what that encompasses? And this is talking about data solution based on requirements. So it's not on a particular technology. So yeah, I know what the partition distribution is. I check mark on that. If I don't, or if I'm not very secure about that one, very with good foundations on that one, I just go to docs.microsoft.com and start searching on this, right? Because the documentation on this one, on docs.microsoft.com, it's great, right? You have pretty much everything you need in there on these products because they're all Microsoft products. So every tip you're going to get in there. And usually these technical questions, they have to have some foundations when people write those, and they refer to technical documentation when they write those exam items. So there we go, right? This is the bottom line for the Azure storage. The next one is on the data processing solutions. So before I get in here, one step back in here on the storage. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Cosmos DB, but you really you want to take a look on the Cosmos DB. Make sure you understand the consistency level of Cosmos DB, because non-SQL, there is no ACID transactions in non-SQL, but it is a distributed database. So you can have replicas of your database all over the globe in many data centers. And when you have replicas of that database in many data centers, the consistency is about when the new data will get replicated to a particular data center. And there are 5 options there for you. This is something we don't see in SQL Server if you're a Microsoft guy like me that has started with SQL Server a long time ago, right? And you're not familiar with non-SQL database engines. That is something you really want to take a look on, right? So you are familiar with this and you can choose the right consistency level that has nothing to do with the ACID concept. Is that about the replication and when data will be available at the replica storage across data centers. Is that all right? Just a tip there for you on that one. So the next one on the data processing one is it's data transformation, right? When you do data transformation. And again, the idea here of data transformation is not just ETL or ELT, right? Depending on how data is traveling across tiers. It's not just ETL or ELT, but it's actually about how to design the data transformation from end to end. So it's a multiple service approach. And on data transformation, on scaling environments like the clouds, what you really have to take in mind is a concept like this. And again, I took these pictures from the Microsoft documentation, like I said. I use that for my preparation all the time. And like I said, I have over 100 of certifications, dozens and dozens. And this has helped me out throughout my exams. So the link is there. You can download the presentation later and take a look at the documentation. So this is the general idea about how data is processed from source to dashboard in scaling environments. This is the basic approach of the Lambda architecture. So if you have not seen the Lambda architecture, you're going to see other designs that will be a little different from this one here, but this is pretty much the basic design of Lambda architecture. And what you have in the Lambda architecture, if you know, the Lambda word is so overloaded, right? Used in so many places, so we have to focus in here. But the idea of Lambda is you get one and you split in two, right? The Lambda Greek letter. And we have data coming from one source. Let me use my mouse here. So you have data coming from one source, and we split it in two lanes, right? One is the real-time lane, the speed lane, the hot lane. There are multiple names for this one here, but the idea is to process data on stream, real-time, so you can get near real-time dashboards showing you how things are going on. And the other lane is the batch lane, when you accumulate data for a while, and from time to time, you run a batch processing that will get this data, and will get data shown on the dashboard. On either lane, you may want to leverage machine learning, and you may also do some data denormalization to do analytical data storage. Your job as a data engineer is to choose the right service on a particular case for each one of these boxes, right? And the exam will come up with questions on that particular topic that I cannot tell you how many questions because I really don't know, but there will be a couple questions, perhaps more, on which service should go into each one of these layers. So if I move around here, you see on the top left side the Lambda architecture suggestion for this particular implementation. You're going to see the service in the next slide. But there is one thing with the Lambda architecture, and then one thing with the Lambda architecture is I have processing in two lanes, right? I have processing on the hot path, and I had process on the batch layer. And if I'm using distinct technologies on both layers, there is a great chance I have to write code twice, replicating code, but for different platforms. And when I do that, the maintenance to keep them in sync may be a challenge. So in some situations, it has been proposed that instead of implementing a Lambda architecture, we should implement something that is simpler than Lambda architecture, like one step back. Lambda architecture is really powerful, but I need to downgrade it a little bit. So let's step back a little. And to step back a little is like going back one grade. So on the Greek alphabet, the letter before Lambda is kappa, right? It's right there. So the idea is you have only one lane, and that lane can be processing either your streaming going through, or be redirected to process your lake where the data is, stalled there, it's just stored, and you reprocess the streaming that was stored on the lake with the same code, so you get more, consistent results from either processing model. Does that make sense? The processing model being hot streaming or batch processing, right? So depending on the situation, you may choose one or the other, but you must be aware of both options because these are the architecture decisions, design decisions you have to do when you are a data engineer. And once you chose one of those, you have to pick the services for these guys, right? So, just to illustrate that, and again, I took this all from Microsoft documentations, so you can, go back and double check the details following the link down here. This is a simple implementation of Lambda architecture. So whatever is storing the data, generating the data is outside the scope of the exam. But when it gets into processing, Event Hub may be my source, which is outside the scope of the exam, but analytics services, stream analytics can be an option in here, so I may be leveraging stream analytics in there, or Azure functions and leveraging machine learning or trained models, right? And one of these guys here, AI in the cognitive service can also be implemented on either one. So this is speeding through and get the data into a dashboard. And we are Microsoft shopping here, so Power BI is our choice. Down here on the batch one, on the Azure storage, see the batch layer. There is a lane here in the batch layer that's using time series inside, so you don't have to worry much about this because it seems to be outside the scope of this exam. But you do have the storage and processing for batch views. So for this particular area here, I add these visual aids in here for you. So this one here, the blow up of this one is this guy here, where you can use Databricks or Azure Data Warehouse, or both of them together if the project can afford that. With Databricks, you can use machine learning models. Azure Data Warehouse has been reborn, right? Now it's called, what's the new name? Synaptics. Thank you. I was about to call it something else. Sorry about that. So I think the exam is not going to reflect there for a while. So keep in mind these exams and the exam items, they change every 2-3 months. So as you get ready for the exam, make sure you go back to the exam details and see if the topics have changed, right? They usually have a timestamp in there that shows you if something has changed or is about to change. But back to the topic on hand, what we're seeing here is a suggestion of which service to use on a particular case. Does that sound good? Does it make sense? All right. So that's the Lambda implementation. And the last topic of the exam is about data security. And this one here is the one I see a lot of people when I talk to students, when I teach classes, and when I talk to professionals and they share that they have taken the exam, is one of the things that people struggle because we think about security when we do on-premise, think about loggings, right? You log in and maybe using data encryption, transparent data encryption and encryption at rest. But there are a few other options, both on-premise and in the cloud, that are not much explored by business, by people, right? And what we have in here are questions that will check you on those. So like design for data encryption for data at rest and in transit. So we know about transparent data encryption, and we know about TLS, and we know how to apply the certifications on that. But what about data masking? Oh yeah, remember, data masking came out in SQL Server 2016. It's pretty cool, right? I have used it. Do my I do my T-SQL functions to implement my criterias. And I can do data masking. But when you go to the cloud, you can implement data masking using the portal. And a lot of people have not even noticed that you have an option in the portal on the left side blade of Azure SQL Database to implement that. So make sure you understand how you can implement these things and where they are available, right? It's important to investigate, because questions in the exams, they can be either through the portal or through CLI or through PowerShell, right? Unless if you get what they call a performance-based question, when the testing environment is going to open up a virtual machine, browsing the portal, and you're going to be asked to actually implement stuff through the portal, right? There is this kind of question that may or may not show up in your exam. So unless you get this kind of questions, there is a very good likelihood you're never going to use the keyboard, but you will be drag and drop stuff around. So like if I have to do data masking, how do I do that? Like drag and drop these steps and put them in the right order? Or where should I click in the portal? Although it's not a live picture of the portal, just a screenshot, but where should I click in the portal to to set that up? So make sure you understand the process. All the steps there are in the process. The portal just changed last week and took some exams this week, like I mentioned. So if I did not understand the process, I would be lost in the new portal because things changed around a little bit. So I was like, oh my God, now I cannot do this anymore. The portal changed. The point is you have to understand the process and interact with the environment. Graphical user interface is very dynamic. It changes every week. Something changes in the portal every day, actually. But through the command line, it's pretty stable. Another thing about the security is understanding when enterprise security can be applied. And enterprise security in Microsoft Cloud Platform usually entails using Azure Active Directory, right? This is enterprise security, Azure Active Directory. So I know I can apply Azure Active Directory in Analysis Service. I know I can apply Azure Active Directory in Azure SQL Data Warehouse. Now Synopsys, right? It's the new one. So I can apply to these things. But can I apply enterprise security on a blob storage? If it's not data lake, I cannot. So if I cannot apply in there, what am I going to use to implement a better security than shared hash keys around? So key vault may be an element that's not showing up as a topic for this exam, but key vault can be a technology, a term, a key name that show up on your exam. Like, you want to make this thing really secure, so you're not going to share the hashed key, but you're going to protect it using an enterprise level resource, and in that case, it could be key vault, right? One of the elements you could use for that one. So make sure you understand where security can be at enterprise level grade and where it cannot, and where are the which ones are the workarounds when it cannot be there, right? If this works, there we go. There's this other thing here that on premises people have been having some trouble to implement, which is the always encrypted. In the cloud is way easier to implement, and make sure you understand the difference between always encrypted and data masking. Data masking does not encrypt the data in storage, right? It does not. So administrators can see the data at any point in time. Regular users, they can be applied filters, like on the right side, you can see data masking interface and results. But on the left side, you actually see a regular query, but if that query is executed, is ran by a person that's not authorized to see the data on a column, or is being executed from a workstation that has not been authorized to see sensitive data, to query sensitive data, what you get is gibberish on the second column there on the screenshot, right? And there is no workaround for that. You have to have the certificates, you have to be using the right account or the right workstation or both, otherwise you're never gonna see the data. While data masking is way weaker than that, right? There are ways to go around even if you don't have permission, right? So if the guy uses Management Studio, you can see the masked data going around using some tricks. I'm not going to share it here. You can Google that or Bing that, right? But make sure you understand the difference and when to apply one and the other. So that's pretty much all the tips, the main tips that I have for you for the DP-201. I'm just going to wrap it up here with some extra tips for exams in general. The first one is make sure you understand the approach that Microsoft is giving to adopting in terms of giving to you resources to get ready. So there are the free resources I have shown you on Microsoft.com/learn. You can browse the exam page also to check out what the specific elements you have available for you for an exam. Events like Ignite help you a lot. To be honest, I did get some tips in here for my exam when I went for the exam on Wednesday. Classrooms, of course, there is training, instructor-led training, which in my case, not just because I'm a trainer, but I really think that instructor-led training gives you extra benefit, to its the ability to bounce back your ideas through a person, right, that has been certified in the technology. So that's a great thing, and the benefits of the certification, right? Ways to prepare for the certification: exam page, Microsoft Learn, Classroom, practice test, like I mentioned. Don't forget that you do have a free exam after the event. You can take a free exam here, but slots are limited now. Tomorrow is the last day. If you can take an exam after spending a night at Universal, you may try to do it tomorrow, right? I'm considering that to take a next one tomorrow. But after Friday, that link and that QR code will be on Ignite's website, and you're probably going to get an email on that one too. That QR code points to that link, aka.ms/free-exam_Microsoft Ignite, so you can browse there. They all end at the same place, and you can take another exam up to 6 months, right, after this event here, after Ignite. And yeah. When you walk out over here, I know we're going to Universal, but after Ignite, probably visit the, here you can visit the certification booth. It's all the way down there on room W222, 3 choose. So that is the certification booth, and there is here in the hub the Microsoft Learn area. I'm going to hang around there tomorrow too, and you can ask us questions. There are always somebody there you can ask questions about certification. Prepare for free practice for some exams when available, and explore Microsoft.com certifications and the documentations on Microsoft, docs.microsoft.com. These are the breakout sessions we had here at Ignite. You know we are on Thursday afternoon, so we're probably not going to take the ones that happened before today, but they're all being recorded, right? There's a camera there recording the whole thing, so we can rerun this one later or see the other ones you have not had a chance to to be there in person. So they're all being recorded. You can play them again, all right? With that, I'm wrapping it up. Please don't forget to evaluate this session. I hope it was worthwhile of your time. I hope we had some takeaways from this, right? And good luck in exams, guys. I'm going to see a lot of new data engineers around. Thank you very much.